15 December 2023, and there has been massive developments over the past few hours. In fact, over the past day, there's been a lot of new developments, and this week has turned out to be the most defining week for Zimbabwean politics. As I mentioned earlier this week is going to define what happens in Zimbabwe going forward. And I want to start with what has happened and what is going to happen in Parliament. So this is the mistake that I told you that the CCC guys are going to make, which is to try to sit in Parliament, especially the Chamisa guys. They will try to sit in Parliament until they are removed. And this is what is happening now. So Tshabangu has made massive moves over the past 12 to 24 hours. And I'm going to go through these moves. The first move is that Chamisa people, they are starting to negotiate with Tshabangu. So the Victoria Falls MP was the first person, and he has been removed from the people that are being recalled. So if you go to the ZEC notices, you will see that there will no longer be a by-election in Victoria Falls. So negotiations are taking place, and Tshabangu is slowly gaining ground among the people who are in Parliament who don't want to leave. So this is a devastating blow for Nelson Chamisa, because he is losing control of the people that he seconded to Parliament, to Senate, and to councils. These people, they want to stay there. They don't want to move. So that is the first development. The Victoria Falls by-election has been cancelled. That guy is definitely going to Tshabangu. He's no longer going to be with Chamisa. Then we have other developments that have happened. Tshabangu has appointed PR MPs and senators. So he's appointed 4 Senate and 3 Parliament. So these are Patricia Chabalala, Mbuso Siso, Mildred Ngube, Albert Mhlanga, and in Parliament he has put Tembelani Mkandla, Soneni Moyo, and Lubaletu Msimanga. So he's going through with his threat that is going to appoint people who are representative of the region of Matabeleland. So you saw what he said. He said that people were imposed on Matabeleland, and he's making corrections here. That is Tshabangu. And I want to also go deeper into other things that have been happening. This is to do with the actual MPs who are sitting in Parliament of Chamisa. They have been banned for 4 sessions after they demonstrated in Parliament yesterday. They have also been told to check out of their hotels. So yesterday, all of them were thrown out of their hotels after they sang in Parliament. And this is very significant because, remember what I said, if Chamisa was to get all his people to step down, then ED will be under pressure. But ED is anticipating and is running ahead of these guys. So he's going to remove them so that that option is removed from Chamisa. So very soon, you're going to see that those recalls coming for all the remaining CCC MPs. They missed the opportunity last week to do the right thing. And this thing will be done for them by Tshabangu. It will be done for them by Mnangagwa. ED is not playing with these guys, but they are playing with him. They're not giving ED what he deserves. And then, so the recalls are coming. And on Monday, we've got nomination court for the MPs that were recalled. People like Ostalos, people very close to Chamisa, Anachibaya, all these guys. They are going to be replaced and they won't be able to contest. So Chamisa is slowly being removed from the political landscape. And we still haven't seen Chamisa. I've heard people talking about Sadak and all that. Sadak is no longer the issue right now. The issue is now political survival for Chamisa. And as I said, we haven't seen Chamisa, we haven't heard from him. We don't know what is happening. Yesterday, everyone has been talking to me about they heard someone else saying something. But Chamisa himself is missing in action. And by Monday, we have to make a drastic move if we still haven't seen Chamisa. This is a very, very serious issue, what you're seeing here. Do not play with what you're seeing here. This is a very, very serious situation that we have. And it's life-changing for the politics of Zimbabwe. I know most people don't understand what I'm talking about. After this whole process is finished, you are not going to see Chamisa and his representative in parliament, senate, and councils. And this is the end of electoral democracy in Zimbabwe. There will be no meaningful elections to take place in Zimbabwe after this. So Chamisa has got the future of the whole country in his hands. If he doesn't act here, you can forget about democracy in Zimbabwe. You can forget about future elections. This is going to be a total one-party state. Now let's go to the issue of Ncube, Welshman Ncube, and what he said yesterday. Welshman Ncube has said he is still the vice president of the CCC, and he has said that he was not recalled, the CCC was not dissolved, the MDC alliance was not dissolved. So Tshabangu is getting massive backing from Welshman Ncube. He's also going to get massive backing from other people. I've explained to you that a lot of people that are in parliament are supporting Tshabangu. That is people like who had positions in the MDC alliance. They are denying and rejecting what Chamisa said, which is to say that this is a new party. And this party has got, it doesn't have anything to do with the old MDC alliance. So what all these guys are saying secretly, which is now being communicated by Professor Welshman Ncube, is that Chamisa cannot remove them. So you're going to see something very drastic on Monday, this coming Monday, at nomination court. If Chamisa does not change to a new party name, he's going to have a total serious problem on his hands. So this weekend, Chamisa has to make that announcement. Monday is D-Day. I said to you that they have to draw the line on the sand on Monday. If Chamisa doesn't act by Monday, he can write his political career off. Because on Monday, Tshabangu is going to be there under CCC, and Chamisa won't be able to go in under CCC. We are at a critical crossroads in Zimbabwean politics, and this is where we want to see if Chamisa is around or not. And I do not believe that Chamisa is in a place where he can make those decisions. My belief is that something has happened to Chamisa, and take note that I keep repeating this. Chamisa, something has happened to him. He's not in a position where he can make these decisions. And the people that are now starting to emerge are here to replace Chamisa. They are replacing Chamisa slowly. Ncube is taking his place. He's already talking about what is going to happen. BT is appearing. So you're going to see more prominent actions by BT, more prominent actions by Ncube. And all the old leaders from the CCC, they are starting to emerge. And you could also have seen the tweet by Promise Mkwananzi yesterday, where he's saying these people are disloyal. You can go and have a look at the tweet. It's there on Twitter. And I've got a screen grab. I think I'll publish it if it's still not there. Where he's saying all these people that are clamoring for seats, they're disloyal. They're not people loyal to Chamisa. They're just people doing their own thing. We have a massive thing happening, and everything is going to come together on Monday. So this is a critical week in Zimbabwean politics. This Christmas, we're not going to rest. There's a lot that is going to happen. There's going to be yet more recalls. So to recap, Senators Tshabangu has made massive moves overnight. He has appointed 4 senates, that is PR, and he has appointed 3 PR, and he's on the verge of recalling the remaining Chamisa MPs. And on Monday, Chamisa has to make a decision. If he doesn't make a decision, if he doesn't appear, because you can see that Chamisa is not there, and no one has seen Chamisa. Up to this day, I've asked daily here if anyone has seen Chamisa in the midst of his party being decimated. Where is Chamisa? And the answer is that he is somewhere where he's not able to do anything, where he's not able to communicate what he wants to communicate. Chamisa's position is clear. Chamisa will not go to the courts. He said that. And he has repeated this multiple times. The current guys who are there, they want to go to the courts. And Chamisa has said he's not going to recognize the government of ED. The current guys are going to recognize the government of ED. So we have a different group of people here than Chamisa. They don't represent what Chamisa wants. And there is no way that these two groups can move forward together. So this is very, very critical. New appointments by Tshabangu, and Tshabangu has also reversed the recall of the Victoria Falls MP, and we're going to see something very, very big happening on Monday. So here in South Africa, it's a holiday today. It's a holiday tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think it's a normal holiday that happens every year, but today is because of the rugby. That's why there's a holiday here. But critical developments in Zimbabwe. We are almost on the verge of a one-party state in Zimbabwe, and Chamisa has to appear. This is not a joke, and this should not be played with. I tell guys, what you're going to see here is something that you do not expect. What is happening now? You're going to see very, very different things going forward. Let's look at the comments here. Petronella is saying it's a shame. How do you work with people who didn't vote for them? This is something crazy that is going to happen. You will see Tshabangu is getting more and more powerful, and the CCC MPs of Chamisa are starting to beg Tshabangu to stay in office. There's a lot of people calling Tshabangu right now, and this is not something that I'm making up. Go to Twitter, you see Promise Mkwanan's tweet. Many MPs from Chamisa are now starting to ask Tshabangu not to recall them. And the Victoria Falls MP is the first one who Tshabangu has reversed the recall. And it's been announced by ZEC. It's not something that we're just talking about. ZEC has already made the announcement. They're no longer recalling the Victoria Falls guys, because these guys have been begging Tshabangu not to recall. There are also other people from Harare who've been calling Tshabangu not to recall them, and this has been happening. It's crazy. Chamisa is losing his people because they want to stay in that parliament. But every single person that does not swear allegiance to Tshabangu is going to be recalled. So on Monday, we are going to see either a new political party or a new announcement from Chamisa. Chamisa is no longer in this thing, and he cannot stay with people like BT and people like Ngube, because apparently there has been a directive to remove Ngube and BT from key CCC WhatsApp groups, communication platforms. They've been removed already. So the line has been drawn. Nothing is going to happen here with these three. So it's a new game in town that is coming. Right, Thelma says Nanasi hakuna ati akubata here. I hope that's not me, right? McDonald is saying Tshabangu is far ahead of Nero. For now, I do agree. Chamisa, something has happened to him. It's unfortunate that people don't see this. There is no way that Chamisa is quiet under these circumstances for no reason. And I stand by this word. I know for a fact that Chamisa is a fighter. He knows how to speak for himself. No one can speak for Chamisa. And I've been following Chamisa since 2018. I went to Masvingo to meet Chamisa during his first rally in Masvingo. And he knows how to articulate his positions. There is no one who speaks for Chamisa. Even his spokespersons, they know this. If Chamisa is standing there, no one even writes a speech for him. Chamisa can speak without a paper. You know this. And when you see Chamisa quiet, you must be very, very worried about this. Chamisa is not a person that keeps quiet when such crazy things are happening, like what is happening now. And we are yet to see what is happening. And we're going to see this on Monday. Right, I think what I want to do here is I want to wrap this up. I don't want to continue. I've looked at the press. There's nothing new in the current press of today. If there is anything interesting, we're going to come back tomorrow and look at the military stuff that is happening. ED got military weapons from China this week. So I want to have a look at that and see if there's anything interesting there. And I also noted that prices are increasing sharply in Zimbabwe. If you look at the Newsday, prices have increased exponentially in Zimbabwe this week because of the Christmas period. The country still doesn't have cement. After Tagore bought the only cement plant in Zimbabwe, I think that he bought the Sino or PPC, one of those ones in Harare. He bought them, and they're failing to fulfill the capacity of cement in Zimbabwe. They've also banned the import of cement into the country. We have a massive problem happening in the country, but these guys don't care because they're in control of everything. Gambako, why are you not calling Chamisa's wife? I'm not calling Chamisa's wife because that's not where the issue is. So let me go back to this issue. And I've seen people commenting on what I'm saying. The party of Chamisa has been taken. And the people who have taken the party are ZANU-PF and Tshabangu and people like Ngube and Beat. This is clear. These guys have taken over. On Monday, there's nomination. Chamisa has to make a decision and announce it, but he's not announcing it. When I say something has happened to Chamisa, I do not know what it is. That is the thing that I need you guys to know. But I want you to know that something has happened to him. And we're going to find out soon what it is. There is something preventing Chamisa from coming out and speaking. And the people who know, they'll know what is wrong. But I know Chamisa very, very well. He's not a person who is going to sit and keep quiet. And his party is taken. And he just keeps quiet. That's not possible. And you all know that Chamisa is very, very articulate. Ever since you've known Chamisa, when he has sat down, if someone is killed, he's at that funeral, taking care of business. If someone is beaten up, Chamisa goes to that hospital. You guys know it. In this very critical moment, Chamisa is absent. Do you think that's normal? So I know Chamisa, and I know that he's not voluntarily absent in this current situation. So this is what I'm saying, and I stand by my word on this. I'm not going to reverse what I'm saying here until I see Chamisa on a stage. There is no one, since I started asking, who has explained to me why Chamisa cannot appear in public. Until that day, when someone can explain to me why Chamisa is just sitting quietly and he's able to speak, then I'll stand by the word that I have here. Why are you saying CCC is his party? CCC is Chamisa's party. What the other guys are saying is that Chamisa did not dissolve the MDC alliance. So that's what Ngube is saying. So there was a resolution according to Ngube to create the CCC. But there was no resolution to dissolve the MDC alliance. So what other people are saying, like Mafa, right? Yesterday I saw a tweet that he's saying that the court dissolved the MDC alliance. But legally that won't hold water. You already know that there are multiple court rulings in favor of Tshabangu. So this game won't be played in the courts. The next step is either for Chamisa to appear and announce a new name, or for Chamisa to appear and call for the disengagement of everyone who supports him, so that there are those who support Chamisa and those who don't support Chamisa. At the moment, it's a mix. We don't know who is who. So people now need to be told, if you're with Chamisa, go this way. If you're with Tshabangu, Ngube and Biti, go that way. That is the moment that we've reached now. And as I'm saying to you, the fact that Chamisa is not here with us, talking about these things, means that he's in a position where he can make that speech, where he can stand in front of you to speak. Then tonight is saying you're not going to get any explanation of Chamisa's whereabouts because you're nobody, I guess. Well, if you don't know Tinashe, if anything was to happen in Zimbabwe and you don't see me talking about it, then that thing is nothing. This thing I'm talking about is big. It's not small. What is happening to Chamisa now is not small. And I stand by this this until I see him with my own eyes speaking. Because, as I said to you, where have you ever seen Chamisa not going to a hospital to attend to someone who's abducted? Or to go to a funeral to talk there when someone is killed? Or to even visit these people who need his help from CCC? Chamisa has always been present. And now is not. So, very, very worried, very, very concerned. And we'll keep talking about this. And I know the ZANU-PF guys, they've got a hand in this whole thing. There's no way that ZANU-PF is not involved. And especially the strategic direction that they're taking. The new guys, the strategic direction that they're taking has got nothing to do with Chamisa. When you see guys talking about courts, when they know that the Chamisa has said no courts, where have you ever seen Chamisa going to a Zimbabwean court? Ever since the election, have you ever seen Chamisa writing an affidavit to a Zimbabwean court? So that is why I'm saying it's extremely, extremely concerning. So yeah, I think we need to wrap this up. There will be an argument here every day until I see Chamisa by my own eyes, and until I call his phone and he answers, because he's answering the phone. And yesterday we asked the guy to call, a separate guy, and he called. The phone was answered by someone who sounds like Chamisa, but he just said, "Hello, everything is okay. I'll call you back." That is what has been happening ever since the past 2 weeks, ever since that Mavuku funeral. And I will not take anything except a video of Chamisa speaking on the podium with nothing, no one on his left and no one on his right, and expressing himself on this critical issue. That is the only day I will know that Chamisa is okay. So everyone else who says Chamisa is safe, I don't believe you until I see him. Right. So let's wrap this up. Massive developments, and we'll keep you updated. By Monday, we have a massive date in the Zimbabwean political calendar, which is the recall, the replacement of the recalled CCC MPs. What is going to happen to Ostalos? What is going to happen to Chibaya? What is going to happen to all these guys who were very, very close to Chamisa? What party are they going to contest under? And who is Tshabangu going to nominate there? Very, very interesting day that is coming on Monday. Thank you very much, everybody. And I really appreciate everything that you've been doing, all the following that you've been doing here. And you see that I'm the only one whose face you can see. If you don't see the person that is talking on YouTube, and they're not on Gambaku, and they're talking about Chamisa is safe and all that, do not listen to those people. What ZANU-PF has done is they've created multiple YouTube channels, fake YouTube channels, which say outrageous things like Sadak, Monday, this guy, cool. They just create this nonsense noise on YouTube. So be careful where you watch and where you get your news. As long as you don't see the person that is talking, you might even be listening to some crazy ghosts that have been created and that are out there to muddy the waters. So the channels that are related to Gambakwe, if you go to DMAPS, if you go to Gambakwe, if you go to Kundai Chitima, if you go to Zigo, all these channels, these are my guys, the guys that are working with me. Go over there to those channels. Don't go to crazy channels that you don't know. Some of them are ghosts. So they will tell you that this guy is going to be removed by gunfire tomorrow. And you think, yeah, it's not going to happen. That is not it. The people that give you real news, you're going to see them in front of you. And that is the truth. And anyway, I also talk to everybody. There is no one that I don't talk to. Everybody is like a brother to me. I know guys in ZANU-PF. I know guys in CC. I know guys in all these political parties that you know. So that is the situation that is there. So the things that I give you here, Those are the real things. And one day we're going to have Chamisa here. We'll talk to him when all this is over, and we'll have an explanation of what is going on. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Let me look at this last comment. Gambako, you have a problem. Did Chamisa let you know every step he takes or his plans where he decided to go? So why are you crying for? I'm not going to stop looking for Chamisa until I see him on video and I see him talking about these things that are happening. So no one wants me to stop talking about Chamisa missing. Show me Chamisa on a video, then I'll stop. If I can't see Chamisa on a video, someone is taking him. Because Chamisa doesn't behave like that. He doesn't hide when they're important things. So, guys, don't listen to anyone who says Chamisa is safe until you see him. If you don't see Chamisa on video, he's not safe. Do you get what I'm saying? My kids always say, the louder I speak doesn't mean you become more right. So let me cool down a bit. What I'm saying is, if I don't see Chamisa on video addressing the taking of his party, then he's not safe. There is no one who does that, who just disappears and then his party is taken away. That is the point that I'm making, and keep that behind in your mind. That won't happen. That they take Chamisa's party and it keeps quiet. And Monday there's nomination court and it does nothing. That's not possible. So Chamisa not safe for me until I see him. Right, thank you very much, everybody, and I really appreciate all these discussions we're having. And thank you very much. Good morning to you all. I'll be back probably this evening to give